A beautiful mind like Russell Crowe. I tried to hustle snow. Now I sit in the front row. I had to grow. I've been to and fro. Put holes in Kama Sutra holes. Got hit with bottles, gases left. I needed sutures to close it. If it ain't dope, don't put your nose in it. Stay in a child's place. This grown man business. I bear my soul like a naked witness, telling my own story. I guess I'm snitching.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back into the Give Me My Props Sports Betting Podcast / family. Again and again, I am Larry Williams, a.k.a. that last swig of juice you take in the bottom of the jug. He is Jan Byer, a.k.a. Gin and Juice. And this is the Give Me My Props Sports Betting Podcast / family, where we talk about NFL and NBA sports betting and a lot of other life-related issues that we can just come up with, you know, some politics, some love issues, you know, some popular culture type stuff. Jan, what's going on with you, family?
Not much, man. Had a decent holiday. How was yours, man?
It was good, man. Kids shook me down for some bread. Anything I won on parlays, anything, that shit got snatched away from me. So that happened. We cooked. The turkey came out really well. We did well, man. We didn't do bad. Man. You looking forward to your trip to the DR?
Yeah, definitely, because you know it's cold here. Well, it's a little warm today. It's like 40 today, but it had been like 4 degrees, 5 degrees all last week. So I'm ready to go to 80-degree weather in December. Yeah.
And like speaking of like let's go to like changing the weather on stuff. Let's change the weather on these topics. Bro, did you hear about this congressman in New York? So there is a guy, right, in New York. He's a congressman. This dude lied about everything. Lied about the school he went to, lied about where he worked, lied about his parents being Jewish. Have you heard? And he won a congressional seat in New York, dude. A Republican flipped the blue seat red. He's a Republican, and they are on his ass, bro. Have you ever heard of this guy?
Nope. You know, if they ain't throwing a ball or putting it in the basket, I really don't know what's going on.
Well, trust me, this guy is a hell of a runner because he ran from the truth far and often in this campaign. What about last week? Any surprises from last week? Week 16? Anything surprise you, shock you?
Nothing really shocked me last week. It kind of went the way I thought. I'm gonna say, you know, R.I.P. to Franco Harris.
Oh man, shout out! I thought the Steelers would get one for Franco.
They did. Remember, they won.
Did they come back and win that?
Yeah, you had it in the parlay.
I had it in a parlay. I thought I lost that shit. I was like, you know, I win and lose so much. They did come back and win that shit. Okay, nice. Well, way to go, Steelers. Get one from Franco and funky ass Ginger with her punk self.
That now that you bring that up, that was the shocker to not to me. You know, I knew who we dealing with, but you know, a lot of Lions fans. And the Lions had a lot of people behind them. They were a public underdog that people have been betting on. Lions fans are distraught. I had to console them this week. A lot of tears on my shoulders about the Lions. But I'm like, I told you, you know, I told you, do not turn your back on her. Don't leave your wallet out. She will snatch your money and wake up. You wake up in the morning, she's gone with your money.
And she gonna do some bad stuff. She gonna show up at your house coked up at 3 a.m. and steal out your bathroom safe or something like that. You cannot trust Ginger. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, she is bad news, as sexy as she is.
Yes. But Lions fans will let her back in. But go ahead.
She is coming back in. The Lions let the Lions fan. She's coming back in there. No problem. I'm watching a banger right now, NBA. Two young teams going at it. team with a lot of talent, Orlando Magic. I really like them. They're at home against our Detroit Pistons, and you know, but K being out for the season, I think Orlando might outlast them in this thing. Never know. Can we take a pause for the cause right quick? Can we pause this?
Yep. You know what? We could do whatever you want.
Well, if that's the case, I want to move on and start talking about these new games. I really want to talk about Michigan because I think they're gonna beat TCU, but I know you're not gonna allow it because we up against a time crunch. Always are. Week 17. Let's jump right into it. Dallas going to Tennessee. Tennessee has shut the bed several weeks in a row. I don't expect this to be anything different, even though I think Dallas has already clinched, or not clinched, but clinched a seed in the playoffs. I don't know how hard they play.
Yeah, they still can get technically they still can get the number one spot. So but this is a late game. No, actually this tomorrow. So they're gonna play. But this game is meaningless to Tennessee. Tennessee and Jacksonville play for the division next week. It don't matter what they do this week; they're playing for the division next week. So I wish I would have bet this at 10. It started at 9.5. Dallas minus 9.5. It didn't jumped up to minus 11. I think I don't want to get it at minus 11. But Dallas is going to win this game, and Dallas is going to win big. Uh, Tennessee has nothing to play for.
They have just melted down over the past few weeks, bro.
And they have nothing to play for this game. They have nothing to play for. Like it doesn't matter if they win or lose this game. They're playing for the division in the playoffs next week.
That being said, we both taking Dallas. We like them big. Moving on. Arizona's going to Atlanta. Neither team is great. Neither team is great.
No,
I don't care who wins this. I wouldn't bet it. Nothing exciting about this game to me.
no, it means
but
nothing.
if I have to pick somebody, I'll take Arizona.
Yeah, give me Arizona too. I haven't bet this, and this game means nothing. And I hate to bet on two teams where the game means nothing too. So I might leave this alone, but I do like Arizona to win this game. It's Arizona plus 3.5. I do like that number with Arizona.
We learned growing up a negative times a negative equal positive though. So maybe we find something that we like there. Chicago, going to kiss that funky ass girl Ginger in the mouth. Going to the Lions. Okay, there's the roar. I think Chicago. Nah, I mean I'm gonna pick the Lions. I just have to pick the Lions. Who's ahead on the? Who's Vegas got?
It's Lions minus 6 at home. The Lions play real good at home. The last time they played, they was in Chicago. Came down to the last second. I don't know if you remember, but Chicago lost by 1.
Yeah, lost by 1.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another nail biter. If I was betting this, I'm gonna stay away from this game, but I would take the Chicago plus 6. I would take Chicago plus 6, but I'm not gonna bet this game.
Lions not mathematically eliminated though, are they?
No, they're not mathematically eliminated. They have to win this game.
A trying Lions is scary too.
Right.
Ginger is a very scary. A desperate Ginger is like, man, listen, dude. She'll show up at your house, coked out her mind at 3 a.m. She will steal out the safe that's in your bathroom. Like I said before, I'm gonna kiss her in the mouth again. Ginger. Money line though.
Yeah, I think the money line Lions is safe. I think that's real safe.
Denver is going to Kansas City. Kansas City has essentially clinched the West. What happens in this game? Do they care?
They still playing for the bye, so they are not gonna they're gonna play. And Denver, Russell got his coach fired over there.
Oh God.
The line is Denver plus 12.5, but Kansas City has a losing record against these kind of spreads, but
they don't cover jack.
They don't cover nothing. But I'm not taking Denver with anything. The Kansas City to beat Denver 14 times in a row, and I'm not even exaggerating. They beat them 14 times in a row, literally 14 times in a
That's a
row.
lot of times, Dan.
14 times. Yes.
That's
So
a lot of times.
give
We
me
got
Cam.
that. Hold on, let me write that down. Hell, what am I doing? And I mean we study this stuff. But I'm writing that down.
14 times. And I might be off. It might be 15. But it's 14 or 15 times in a row. Give me
I mean,
Kansas City money line. I'm parlaying this with something else.
how many times has New England beat Miami in a row?
It's the other way around. Miami has beaten New England 4 times in a row.
4 times in a row.
But no Tua. Tua called in to the facility. Like I got concussion like symptoms. He played the whole game.
Yeah, we saw that. That Tua
Uh,
is scared. We talked about this before anybody said that. We saw Tua come back in that game, and we was like, "Ain't no damn way, ain't no damn way." We said that. You and I, Dan.
yeah, and I actually bet this early, and I kind of hate I betted it early. I put this in a parlay. But that was before the Tua news came out. I had betted it Sunday night, and Miami was favored by 3. Now it's flipped the whole way. New England is favored by 3 because they think Tua is probably not going to play. And I had this in the I had this in the parlay, so I can't really backtrack. But just know I bet Miami already money line, but that's before the Tua news.
I don't like how they handle Tua. I don't, and but they might can get me and you out there and quarterback that with those Ferraris they got parked outside. Um, the Colts are going to the Giants. I like the Giants to squeak in the playoffs. I think they need to win. I take the Giants money line in this game. What's the spread?
The spread keeps moving. It opened at 3, and I looked at it, and I hate I didn't bet this at 3 because I was going to bet it. Sometimes you got to jump on these lines when you see them. Now it's the Giants -6, which
Oh, that's a lot.
that's
That's a lot of freaking points, Dan.
that's a lot. Even though the Colts are a mess right now, but the Giants play too many close games. They have not blew out anybody. Like they pretty much every game pretty much was like a 1 possession game. So I would take the Giants money line. I would not take the Giants -6. I would have took the Giants -3, and I missed it. So I'm not going to chase this, but I will money line parlay this probably with the probably with the Chiefs.
Um, we are headed looks like to the midway point of the schedule, and New Orleans going to Philadelphia. I don't necessarily know that Philly has anything to play for.
Well, they're still playing for a number 1 seed. They don't have that clinched yet. They need one more win to get it clinched, but they're still not playing Jalen Hurts. So they kind of
They
have
didn't play them
win.
last week.
Yeah, they didn't play them last week, and they're probably not playing them this week. But they probably still should win, but I don't know. So I'm gonna leave this game alone.
It's a scary thought, man. When you think about the team's best player not being out there,
Right.
he definitely controls the tempo of the offense and ultimately the game. Depending on what he does, depending on how long the defense has to get out there and how often. He's not playing. I'm kind of scared of them, but they are at home. If you go on the trust factor, I take Philly, but it's something in my mind is telling me the Saints are going to win the game.
Right. I'm kind of with you on that. Is -6.5. I wouldn't take Philly -6.5 if I was anybody. Don't take that at all. Um, but I'm kind of with you. This game, New Orleans probably could win this game, but I'm not. I'm leaving this alone. This is a pass to me. I lean Eagles, but I'm not betting this at all. I'm gonna stay away.
You said you said you don't want anything to do. You don't want anything to do with this monstrosity of a game.
Right.
I mean, some of this stuff is just very low hanging fruit that you're just not going to be able to figure out as the better because people might play, people might not play, clinches, things that I want everybody to look out for. And I'm sorry we didn't have any for y'all, but we kind of thought about the last moment are those performance bonuses. Everybody look out for performance bonuses this week. Look up some, just grab you 1 or 2, and see if you can get a parlay going with some performance bonus touchdowns or maybe yards or something like that. Carolina's going to Tampa. Tampa's desperate. They can still make the playoffs. So I'm gonna pick Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa's this line opened Tampa -6.5, and I actually took the line. I took Carolina +6.5, but I made the mistake of parlaying it with Miami before the tour news, so I might miss out on the 6.5. That Tampa Bay is not winning by 6.5. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the spread is 3 though, so it's came close. And Tampa Bay is last in the league. They're like 3-11, 3-12 or something like that. Against the spread, they don't cover anything. So it's
Tampa
probably
doesn't cover anything.
yeah, it's probably a 3-point game. You know, so the line is probably correct right here. If anybody that got that 6.5 a couple days ago, that's money. I think that's money. I just hate I parlayed this with an uncertain game. I kind of made a mistake right there. So hopefully it don't come back to bite me. Hopefully Miami can pull that out because I think this 6.5 is golden.
Talk about a team we don't know who's gonna win. Who's winning this Cleveland Washington game? Nobody knows Nobody knows who's gonna win that game. We do not know. You can sit here and pretend like you know, but you don't.
Yeah,
And I I want to say Cleveland's a better team, but I don't really know that, to be honest.
yeah. This is a pick 'em. It's Washington -2. I don't know. Washington is still in the playoff hunt though. They in the playoffs as of right now. If the season ended right now, they will be in the playoffs. So they have to win to stay alive. So they got a lot to play for. But they're not that good. And they put Wentz back in the game. So Wentz, Heineke is better than Wentz. I don't care how bad Heineke was kind of playing. Wentz
He
is
gives
not.
out gym shoes, right? Doesn't he give out gym shoes?
I've heard that
You
one.
hadn't seen that story?
Nah, no.
So apparently he was hitting these bonuses while playing, and he's giving out gym shoes to the linemen. To
Oh,
the
okay.
linemen, he's giving out these like retroactive Jordans and all of these cool gym shoes. So I like Washington. Trevor Heineke, you just reminded me of that. So, oh shit, you said he's not playing though.
Yeah, well Heineke they pulled Heineke in the game last week, so I'm suspecting they're going to probably put Wentz in because they pulled Heineke. You know what I'm saying? They pulled him. So I don't know who's going to start, but if they go back to Wentz, they might lose this game. My best bet, I think their best bet is putting Heineke back in, and I think they have a decent chance to win.
Here's one you like a lot. Your eyes kind of lit up when we talked about it earlier. Pittsburgh's going to Baltimore. Tell us what's happening in that game and why.
Um, I actually and y'all gonna be mad at me. I got Pittsburgh +4.5.
Well, you're always do. You've done that chronically throughout the season, Jan. So don't. America is used to your abuse.
All they last 4 games has been decided by 3 points or less. The last 4 games between these two teams. Um, Baltimore won the last one by I think 1 point. The spread is Pittsburgh +2.5. I actually think Pittsburgh's actually going to win the game, but I got Pittsburgh +4.5, and I'm going to take Pittsburgh money line probably too. Lamar, the Ravens have clinched the playoff spot, so it's really not a lot of incentives to play a hurt Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So he might not play. So I'm going with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they are run through the wall for Tomlin. They're trying their best to get him. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, and Pittsburgh is going to run through a wall to make sure he doesn't get that losing season. So give me Pittsburgh.
What's Jacksonville gonna do going to Houston? They're going to Houston tomorrow, and to be honest, I like Houston in this game. Houston is they've experienced some success against Jacksonville in the past.
Yeah. This is the second game. I mean, the second team of the Titans and the Jacksonville are playing for the division. No matter what happens in this week, they're playing for the division next week. So Jacksonville doesn't have a lot of incentive to win this game. I don't think they're going to send anybody, but if they lose this game, they still playing for the playoffs next week against the Tennessee Titans. And the Jacksonville has beaten. Houston has beaten Jacksonville 10 times in a row. I know people don't even know that. That sounds crazy to say that. The team that has had the second pick last year, the third pick, maybe the year before that, has beaten a team 10 times in a row.
Somebody, anybody, right? It could be Catholic Central.
Right.
It could be IMG Academy. It doesn't matter. If you beat somebody 10 times in a row, that's
Give me Houston money line. I already bet this. I already bet Houston plus 4.5, but I'm probably gonna bet the money line as well. I hit it last week over Houston over the Titans. Give me Houston over this game, and I bet the 4.5. If you want to be safe, take the 4.5. Houston plus 4.5, but I'm probably betting it both ways. I already bet the spread. I'm probably gonna bet the money line in a couple days.
Frisco's Frisco's going to Vegas. They look like our Super Bowl champs, to be completely honest with you. They look like our Super Bowl champs, man. They do.
Yeah, yes. San Francisco looks scary, and I'm probably going. I might put a future in on San Fran going to the Super Bowl. I might do that, but I haven't did it yet. But this game is San Fran minus 10. San Fran has clinched the playoff spot.
I hate double digit spread.
I hate double digit spreads, especially when San Fran cannot move up or down. They kind of stuck in between 3 and 4. Like they can't really move. So they might, even though I don't think they're gonna sit anybody, but they might not cover the spread. It's 10. So I would lean Vegas plus 10 if I was betting. I think San Fran probably will win the game though. but they
I
don't
like
have.
how they use McCaffrey. You see how they'll put McCaffrey in the flats.
Oh yeah. They use McCaffrey how they supposed to use him. They throw him passes. He runs the ball. He catches. That's how you supposed to use McCaffrey. San Fran is dangerous. I think
And
they're the
being
most.
that you got that other Swiss Army knife, they just kind of, I
Yeah,
don't know what. It's like they got 11 Jalen Hurts on the team or something like that. I don't know what's going on in Frisco.
right.
Uh,
Good coaching. That's what's going on. Good
well,
coaching.
yeah, I mean,
Good coaching.
and great general management, all that.
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
flat. Well, I mean,
John
we
Lynch,
talked about this
Shanahan.
in the past. They all there.
It's
They
the
always been there.
it's the lineage. You know what I'm saying? The father, the coach of the son of a coach. You know what I'm saying? It's the coach of the San Fran 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
Shanahan.
remember when Singletary was the coach and he pulled his ass out in practice or something like that. He told everybody, kiss his ass. Let's
Yeah,
move
yeah,
on.
right.
Jets are going to Seattle. I mean, we can talk about this kind of stuff because this is our show.
Right.
We definitely like a basement production. So this is we definitely like from the bottom. Jets are going to Seattle. Gino looked way better than anybody ever thought he would this year. Definitely got him humming and doing better than what Russ did. Russ got his coach flyer, all this crap. Seattle is decent. And the Jets might have the best offensive and defensive rookies in the NFL right now.
Yeah, they definitely might. They definitely might. The Jets look good for the future. They're both fighting for their playoff lives. Seattle and the Jets. They got the Jets minus 1.5. They're playing in Seattle. Seattle has been reeling a little bit. This is a revenge game for Gino. You think he shows up?
Revenge games haven't been working out well for the quarterback. So for me, I got to go with the Jets in this one.
I'll go with the Jets as well. I'm not betting this. Two scrappy, hungry teams. I'm gonna leave this one alone.
Pistons kind of running away with this thing early in the ball game. It's still the first half, but they have decided they want to assert themselves on defense, and they starting to hit open shots. They look real good in this game. Just to sidebar it. Only a few more games to cover on the schedule. Minnesota at Green Bay. Um, no reason for me to believe that Minnesota is going to beat a hungry Aaron Rodgers at home, besides the fact that they're really good. But I'm taking a hungry Aaron Rodgers to kind of do what he's done essentially, his whole career, which is beat up on the Vikings.
Yeah, it beat up on the Vikings in splits. They've been split in the last couple of years. So Minnesota won the first one. Green Bay is probably going to win this one. They're hungry. Minnesota has clinched the playoff berth. Um, they don't have a lot to. They can still get the number one seed, but they need Philly to lose. They need some help to do that. Green Bay is super hungry, and I don't think Minnesota's going to beat them twice. I'm actually bet this too. In Vegas, this opened at Green Bay -3. Um, and I hate to take the line when it moves because I think I haven't bet it yet, but I'm going to bet it anyway. Give me Green Bay -3.5. I'm betting that.
Well, at least Vegas thinks that Green Bay's gonna win the game as well. The Rams are going to the Chargers. Um, the Chargers just clinched. Rams are an abysmal mess. Um, they need a moral victory. Chargers don't really care in this one. I don't know what they're fighting for, if anything. Shout out to Herbert because he's a phenomenal quarterback, and he doesn't have Ferraris parked outside, but he definitely got a couple of Mustangs or Hellcats or something like that. If they play, give me the Chargers. If these guys don't play, I'll take the Rams.
Yeah, they're going to play. They're in, but they can still kind of move up a little bit. Um, or you don't want to go down to 7. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're going to play. They're not sitting nobody, but this is the battle of LA. You know what I'm saying? The battle of the stadium. Um, this is I don't know what to do with this game. The Chargers are way better, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread right now. It's Chargers -6.5, and the Rounds might show up just to say this is our stadium. You know what I'm saying?
Right, to make that stand.
Yeah, they might show up. So I think this is gonna be a closer game. I would lean Rams plus the 6.5. If I was betting this, I'm going to let this game alone. But I think the Chargers will win. I just don't think they're going to cover the spread. But
Here's a game that you are not gonna let alone, and they done burnt your ass. You don't understand the fire hot. They done told your ass 100 times. You touch the stove, it's hot. Final game of the week. This may be the game of the week. Probably is. Buffalo at Cincinnati. Both teams red freaking hot. Both teams a legitimate threat to win the AFC. Who in the heck is winning this game and why, Jan? Me, I ain't betting against Buffalo. Forget it.
It's revenge. It's revenge for me. Buffalo has gotten me up out of here a couple. They have beaten me a couple times when I bet against them. But I'm going to bet against them again. I'm going with the Bengals. The Bengals are number 1 in the NFL against the spread. This line is moving in the Bengals' favor. It keep moving. Give me the Bengals plus 1.5. And I'm probably going to do a little of the money line too. I'm going to bet it both ways. I'm going to take Bengals plus 1.5 and Bengals money line.
I don't know what's giving you the courage to do that, but you're gonna do it. This blunt's taking me out, just like the time is taking us out on this. And America, we're gonna let you get back at it. But just remember, man, listen, Houston has won this game against that particular team 10 times in a row. Kansas City has won this game against that particular team 14 times in a row. Miami has won this game 4 times in a row. That's a lot of in a rows, guys. Take those teams, Kansas City, Miami, Houston, parlay it. I'm not sure how much money is there, but whatever it is, it's worth it. We love you, America. Give me my props when these teams hit, please. And Jan, please tell these folks what to do.
Oh, yeah, give me my props.
We love you, America. Well, I love you, Jan do not love you. Run up on him in the Eastern market. We talked about that. Peace. Till next week.